Hey, all my funky junk friends. How are you guys? How is everybody today? I hope you guys are having a good day. I can't seem to get myself centered today. There we go. How are you guys? You guys having a good day? It's Wednesday, right? How are you guys? Whoa. You guys having a good day? It's Wednesday. I don't want to listen to myself. There we go. Yes, it's Wednesday. Y'all. You guys have been having a good time watching all these fun creators in this craft hop? It's been a lot of fun the last couple days, hasn't it? There's still 2 more days after today. Yeah. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you. Hello, Brooklyn. How are you? So, it's been a lot of fun. Hey, Christy. How are you doing? Thank you. You guys. What I thought I would do today is, hello, Jimmy Lou, how are you? Ooh, look, this guy's sticking up. I tucked it in once. There we go. Anyway, I am Christy from Funky Junk Inspiration. If you're new to me, hello and welcome. Today I'm presenting for the Craft Hop, which is 5, I believe it's 5, event planners that have come together to do this fun little event that's been going on all week. I'm sure you guys already know all about it because it's been all over the place because it's been so much fun. Lots of neat, fun little projects. Everybody dressed up. It's called a craft hop, so it's kind of like a 50s theme, sock hop type thing. Did you guys see Chris? She was dressed up like, like a cook. And she was in her kitchen. I mean, you guys, come on. How cool. And Miss Jen was just on and made a beautiful bouquet. You guys, it's just so much excitement, so much fun. You guys, also for October is the Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Hello. So this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing this door hanger. It says, my faith is messed up. I hit it with my arm. Faith over fear. But we're going to paint this. I'm actually involved in a fundraiser coming up this Friday night. So I did a board the other day, and it's already downstairs in the box, so I'd show you guys. It had the breast cancer awareness heart on it, and we did that, and it's going to be for the silent auction. I thought this might be too, just to raise a little soda jerk. You guys, my words are not here today, this morning, or it's morning for me. I work midnight, so if you're new to me, this is morning for me. So when I say morning, I haven't lost my mind completely. But words have been hard so far today. I don't know. So we're gonna do some white, black, and pink. Okay? And for my white, I'm just gonna use my Rust-Oleum chalked paint. I buy it in the quart and put it in the FIFO bottles right here. For our stain, I'm gonna use Minwax Tintable water-based stain. What's awesome about water-based stain is it wipes off. Hello, Dina. I know, I saw yours. I was like, we got the same jacket. But this water-based stain will wipe off your hands. It washes up. You don't have to worry about your rags or anything like that like you do with the oil-based. And you can get it tinted. It's approximately 200 colors that you can get it tinted in. And for the black, we're going to use the black stain. I mean, why not? Let's do it. So, let's get started on here. Hello, Lydia. You guys up after me. I just seen her on here. Is the Painted Peach, Miss Mary. I'm sure she's going to have something absolutely fantastic. So, I got a little paint booger right here. I can't get a hold of it. I don't want to put it down on my board. Of course, it won't come off. There we go. So anyway, so I'm just going to squirt this on here. This is etched on here just to help place the words and stuff. Can you guys see pretty good? Let me see. It looks like I'm up a little high. Well, welcome, Miss Terry. Welcome. Thank you for stopping and saying hello, Miss Melissa. Melissa. So, you guys, we got lots of fun stuff. Linda, did you get your order? Great, you guys, so much fun. Okay, let's just put some paint on here and get started. Now, what I like to do is I like to add my paintbrush thing is empty. I just had my water in my hand. So I'm just going to squirt some water on here. That just helps thin the paint a little bit because it is chalk paint, and it just runs a little bit smoother on my board. That's all. That's the only reason I add water. A lot of times I just stick my brush in water, but somebody, when they cleaned their brushes last time, forgot to fill the little thing back up with water. I don't know who that was. Wasn't me. Just kidding. Just kidding. It's my fault. It's my fault. But what's new? What's new? But yeah. Now when you're painting these and you're going over them, a lot of times you're like, oh no, I can't see my etching. I can't see it. You can take a, I'll show you in just a second, like a weeding tool, like for your Cricut, or anything with a little sharp point, and you can go along and retrace those lines to help you so that you can see your stuff through there, or if you weren't going to cover it and you needed to be able to see it. So don't panic when you're doing stuff like this and you go over it and the wording gets covered up, because you can make it show. You can make it show. Plus you have to remember that your paint is going to dry lighter than what it is when it's wet. So this will, you'll be able to see it anyway. But I will show you just a second if I can get this covered up a little bit without, usually I do that and I end up with so much paint that I need to paint like 6 projects. But yeah. So hasn't this been a ball? You guys, this has been so much fun to see all these different creators coming together and doing this fun little event, you know. Just love it. Love it, love it. Okay, so anyway, see how I can't see that very well? I can't see that very well. This is what I can do. I could take a X-Acto knife. I could take my, well, there it is. I could take this little guy right here, and I can go right along the etching mark. See that? See how you can see that? Now, I don't really need to do this on here because I'm putting pieces on top, but I just wanted to show you. See that? And now you can see it real clear. So you can just wipe your little tool off, and you can just go right along in the edges there. Just like, oops, you want to stay on the edges, and you really want to do it when it's a little drier than what I've got it. But see that? Right there? There we go. So you can see it a little bit better. So anyway, just a little bit of information there. I'm not going to do the whole thing because, like I said, we have cutouts to go on top. But I am going to grab my dryer that's way over here and dry this just a little bit, and then we'll set it over the side and we'll get these other things painted. So thank you, Lenora. Thank you, Miss Jerry. Thank you. Welcome, Judy. Yes, welcome. Another new person. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, Jeannie, for sprinkling. You guys. Thank you, Mama Jerry. Everybody. Hello, hello. Okay. So anyway, you can go around on that if you're needing your etching to show. I don't need mine to show, so I won't spend the time to do that. So anyway, I just wanted to get that just a little bit drier to see if I needed to possibly put another coat on. And I kind of feel like I do. So we're just going to do another coat real quick. Now, yes, you're going to say, well, Christy, you thinned it out. That's why you need to put another coat on. And you're probably right, and I don't even know what I did with my water. There it is. I don't know why I keep sitting it on the floor. So I'm still going to thin it out. It just makes it run on a little bit better. But here we go. Here we go. So anyway, what's going on, ladies? Anything exciting? We are going on a little excursion this weekend because it's fall break next weekend for the girls. The oldest granddaughter is going to Tennessee with her friends, which is totally cool. So we're staying here in Indiana. We're just gonna take a couple days and go enjoy Brown County, which is, it's Nashville, Indiana, and they call it Little Nashville. A lot of people do, and it's got little shops and stuff like Nashville, Tennessee does. So we're going to go down there, but our problem is, you know, if you guys follow me, you know we just got didn't just get, in June, we got a puppy. And I forgot about needing to board her. Well, it's fall break here. I'm having trouble finding somebody. So, don't know what we're going to do there. Hopefully, maybe one of our neighbors could watch her or something like that. But, you know, the differences between being a cat owner and a, you got championship medals, yay! So awesome, so awesome. The difference between a cat owner and a dog owner. So, learning that real quick. We'll figure it out. My cricket class is Funky Junk, or Cricket with Funky Junk. It is in my link tree. So you can go right there. Just a second, I can stick it in the comments real quick. So you can see that. That'll dry by the time we're done. I just wanted to make sure it was going to get pretty dry. You guys, my table is covered with stuff today. Covered with stuff. Now I'm thinking I want to do the ribbon pink. Here, let me do what I said I was going to do. Let me pull that up here. If it'll let me. And I'll get you that link. I don't have it right here accessible. Let's see. It's not going to let me pin it. Let me try again. It wouldn't let me copy it. It's in my link tree at the top of my page. If you have any troubles, just send me a quick message and I will get that for you. Now, you guys, I don't want to get my hands and touch that white background, so I'm going to put some gloves on. I'm not putting gloves on because I'm worried about getting a stain on my hands. I'm putting it on here so that I don't touch everything and get it pink and black, because I tend to do that. Okay, now I use the staining sponges right here, and I put them in a baggie when I'm done because I can use them over and over again. If you leave them out, they'll get a little hard where there's a lot of stain. You know, keeping it in the bag keeps it soft. Okay, now after my rags get to looking a little scary, I'll toss them. No big deal. I buy them in an 8-pack from Arbor Freight for like $3.99. They're cheap, but I just hate wasting them when I just use one little corner. So I usually just try to keep it together. So like I said, sometimes I leave it out and forget to put it in the baggie, and it does just fine. Okay, now look right here. Got a beautiful pink color. Now I'm going to go right over these etching marks here where it shows the, like I showed you a minute ago. And it just kind of shows kind of where the ribbon is creased, I guess you could say. Just looks kind of cool. And I have found if you pull this towards you, it works a little better than if you're trying to go against yourself. You have a little more control when you pull towards you. So, there's our ribbon. I don't know whether to do this pink down here or I think I'm going to do it black like the letters. I think that'll be pretty cool. Like that. I'm going to tap that down just a little bit because I have spilt a whole quart of stain in the middle of my floor before. Good afternoon. Yes, it's such a fun event. It's fun. It's fun to see everybody coming together, you know, to just do something fun, you know. I mean, it's a lot of fun. Jimmy Lou put this on. So, and today is the Crafty Bunch's turn. A lot of people from the Crafty Bunch are here today. So, I think everybody in the event today is from the Crafty Bunch. So, but she is like the sponsor for today or whatever. Oh no, my iPad just showed me frozen. Hoping I'm not frozen for you guys. Okay, again, just using the black. Now, the Minwax stain comes, they have colors already mixed. Black, red, they have like 4 or 5 colors that are already mixed. You just buy the can. Otherwise, you just buy the tintable kind. And see how that shows the wood grain? I love how that looks. I just really like it. If you don't like that, just paint, you guys. Just paint it. You don't have to stain it. I just really like the way this looks, and I thought it would go a little bit quicker as far as painting. You just want to be mindful of your little corners and stuff. I don't know if you can hear that, but you can hear my sponge clicking on the little corners. You don't want to break your wood piece, because that can happen. That could happen. So just got to be careful. There we go. But see how quick and easy that was? Ta-da! We're done. We're done with that. And it dries fairly quickly too. Now the letters, I'm going to go ahead and put my tape out. I should have gone ahead and done this. Hello. Yeah, I'm not frozen for you. Good, Amy. My iPad is completely frozen. Now, my iPad does that a lot. Now, it's smart to put your tape down before you put your stinking gloves on. But, you know, we'll make do. We'll make do. But I'm going to put them on the tape, and the reason that I'm putting it on the tape is it just makes it easier to handle because they're not flopping around while you're trying to paint them or stain them. I mean, they're big enough that you could hold them. That isn't the issue. The issue is just the, you know, they're smaller, flopping around and all that kind of stuff. It just makes it a little easier, I think. Now, the over... I think I can just hold him. And I'm just going right over my glass mat, you guys. That's what's so cool about these glass mats, is this will just wash right off. Just wipe it off with good old water, disinfectant rag. So, see how quick and easy that was? So easy, so easy. You guys, we are doing good on time. So, anyway, this just goes kind of quickly right here. Neat, neat, neat. Still just kind of holding it down, but it just helps. The tape just helps. Just try not to stick your gloves to it. The tape just helps hold it a little bit stiller for you and keeps the right side up. And if you guys notice, I haven't even grabbed any more stain. You know, it's a little bit goes a long way. That's what's kind of cool about the stains too. Especially, I do a lot of porch leaners, and the stain goes a long way, because that's you know, when you're doing a 6-foot board and you're doing the background, that's a lot of paint. It's a lot of paint, so it does go a long way. Oops, flip that one over. See how quickly that's done? All right, let's put this away. So, hello, Deborah. Yes, the tape makes a big difference when you're doing that. But like I said, you should do it before you put your gloves on. Now, I could have just took my gloves off. Might have made it a little bit easier. But I like to make things hard, right? Right? So I'm going to take my gloves off now and see how I have all that black. Well, you can't really see the pink now, but I have that black on my hand. If I went and grabbed my white board, I'd have black on my white board. This is another thing that's cool about your tape. I need to move these out of the way. I just move them out of the way. You know, they're all together. I'm not picking all the letters up and moving them. I just, oh, I got something. Oh, Christy. The dust from the inside of my gloves are on my hands. So let's wipe it off and then kind of wipe it off my ribbon right here. Now, if you think that you got your stain too dark, okay, you can take a wipey, a disinfectant wipe, and wipe some of it, because it's water-based. Again, it's water-based, so it's just like your acrylic paint. It just wipes right off. See that? See how easy that comes off? Now, I will say chalk paint, you got to kind of a little bit, push down a little bit, but regular paint, your stains and stuff like that, ta-da, nice and clean. Nice and clean. So there we go. Another thing that I pulled out is I pulled out some black jute to do our hanger on that. And then I pulled out this material. I thought we might make just a little baby bow. We'll put that together. This is it had skulls on it material. I have it left over from back when my granddaughters did pageants and was making all kinds of costumes and stuff for them. I believe that skull material was for a Monster High. If you guys know who Monster High is, a Monster High costume. Oh, Miss Jim must be here. Hello. Hello, you guys. We got all kinds of friends here today. All kinds of, and there's Miss Chris Hunter. Hello, hello. Yes, tape makes a big difference. Thank you, Angie. Thank you, thank you. I'm going to pull this up and let's see if see how dry it is. We might need to, yeah, let's take our dryer a little bit longer on here. You guys, if you have a, hello, Miss Beth from Rekindled Blessings. You guys, if you guys have a Facebook page, you're more than welcome. Anytime I'm on, you are more than welcome to come on as your page. So don't you ever worry about that. I try to support everybody that I possibly can, and I see all kinds of friends here, so don't be afraid to do that. I know some people don't like it, but it doesn't bother me at all, at all. So, anyway, just kind of dry it out. Isn't this dryer cool? It's called a Heat It by Ranger. I know a lot of creators have it now, but the very first time I seen it was Lisa from Heart's Desire. She had it on a live that I think we were doing a marathon, like a hop ourselves with our coaching group. And I seen it on there and I was like, holy moly, I've got to have that dryer. And I kept talking about it and kept talking about it. And my wonderful husband ordered it for me. Yeah. So, you didn't recognize me at first? Oh, you didn't recognize Chris at first. I was like, what? You have one now too? I know, I love it. Miss Angie, are you there? Angie from the Crafty Bunch with Rustic Daisies. You need one of these. You need one of these. So, anyway, look, I've got a little bit of paint in my little my holes. See that? And if I don't get that out of there, that is going to get on my ribbon or my, not necessarily my ribbon, but my jute when I run it through there for my hanger. And then my black jute will have a big old white spot on it. So I'm just taking this little piece here. You can take a paintbrush, you can take anything, and just kind of getting that blob out of there. So that, because I've done it 100 times, got that out of that little hole. Then run my jute or run my ribbon or whatever I'm going to use for a hanger through there, and bam, I've got a big spot on there. Okay, you guys might not be able to see it, but I can still see the etching. So I'm going to start gluing this on. I like to use this Stick Fast glue. If you guys order some Stick Fast glue, make sure you order the medium, or Angie definitely needs one. I know, Amy. We should all go in and get her one. Medium or thick, because if you use the thin, it's super runny and it runs out everywhere. This dries real quick, but with it being kind of a medium or a thick consistency, it's kind of like a gel. So you have a few minutes to get it put down, and it also, you can slide it around a little bit. So if you don't get it set in the exact spot, see, I can still move it. But once I get it in place, I just go for a few minutes like that, and then it's on there. Now, could I take something and shove it off? Yeah, definitely. But it's on there. So see that? I think this is going to be so cute. So cute. So I'm going to lay these on here so that I don't mess up and spell something wrong. Because you never know. Let's see. Let me see. Here's my over. And I can barely see those, but I can see them. Let's lay them on here real quick. And just to make sure. Bum ba da. F-E-A-R. There we go. There we go. We're going to stick that on there. Okay, now another fun thing that I like to do is I take, I usually take, here's one. For my letters, rather than holding it in my fingers and trying to put the tape or put the glue on there, I'll take like a little something. This is just a coffee filter, and I put a little blob of paint on there or glue on there, and then I just touch my letters through there and get it on there. Okay, that way I don't have it, you know, squirting out everywhere. Now it does squirt out a little bit, you know, because it's a thin letter. But it's okay because it will dry clear. But I do like to, I don't want it too blobby, you know what I mean? And I want to try as best I can to keep it off my fingers. You know, that doesn't always happen. I usually end up with it on my fingers. But it just washes off, not a big deal. It's not like you're going to be permanent. Now, don't stick your fingers, get it on your fingers, don't stick them together. That's just crazy talk right there. That's just crazy. So you don't want to do that, but it does wash off pretty good. Oops, see how that moved? And I have time to fix that. Now, can you use your hot glue? You sure can. You sure can. You just want to put it on as thin as you possibly can on your stuff, because, you know, when it dries, it bubbles up a little bit. So you need to get it on your letters and get it down on your project as quickly as possible so that it doesn't, you know, dry and you have a little bubble and then you have a letter or something up. You said, okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I was supposed to have the schedule out Monday, and I don't have it out yet. I've got it. I just haven't posted the picture yet because I needed to make sure on a couple more dates on there because I'm putting out all of October and November together. We got all kinds of fun things coming up for the holidays. So stay tuned for that, and we'll get back on track. We had volleyball last month almost every night, and it made it a little difficult. Sometimes I had to reschedule and stuff. Okay, now I want to look at this. See where we are so far? Faith over fear. Now I'm going to put this on, and this is cool because it's kind of like a leopard, but it's got hearts and the flags. And if you look at the hearts real close, they've got little arrows through them. I don't know if you can see that very well. There's one right there. See how it has the little arrows through there? It's kind of cool. Kind of cool. But I kind of want to make sure that's fairly straight when I stand that up. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball it right there and just make sure. Well, and then I'm going to pick it up and have to do it all over again. But you kind of want to make sure it's straight. And when you're putting your glue on the back, make sure you get your corners, your little pokey guys that are sticking out, to make sure that they stick down real good. Because you're dealing with wood, you guys. Always remember you're dealing with wood. Wood was a living creature at one time, so it will move on you when it dries, when it gets cold, when it gets hot, all that kind of stuff. So it can move on you, so you need to be mindful of that when you're working with wood. So again, I'm just going to sit that there, try to get it as straight as I can. That doesn't have to be perfect, because nothing has to be perfect, you know? Make it fun, not stressful, because you're trying to be perfect. See that? I think that's so cute. So cute. So we've only got a couple more minutes, so I'm going to do the hanger up here, and we may just totally skip a bow because I think this says enough. I don't think it really needs a bow. I was just going to do like a little rag type bow, not anything super fancy. So right there is that part of it. And I have this, I'm going to throw that away so I don't stick my arm in it, and put my lid back on my glue. Now what I like about this glue so far, knock on wood, it hasn't clogged up. Now my nozzle looks a little crazy, but it has not clogged up, so that's a good thing. Okay, so I'm going to just grab some of this jute here, and the reason I have it tied up is I was doing a project, and I had to make a bunch of these, and I got to making them, and I made too many. I already cut it and rolled it up, so it's in my little jar like that. Now I'm going to go in from the back because I think it's cute when you have a little knot on the front. And because this is a bigger hole, I'm going to double knot it like that. Okay, and then just make sure it's not going to pop through there. Yeah, I think we're good there. And then we're going to need just another little piece here, like this. And then we'll trim those off. But right here. You can also just put a hanger on the back. You don't necessarily need to, you know, do this. I will have this on my website if you are interested in it. You just need to let me know if you want holes or not. So what I would suggest is if you order something, order it from there. If you do not want the holes up here for this stuff, you message me and say, hey, don't put holes in that. And I'll say, hey, you got it, girl. You got it, girl. Look at that. Isn't that cute? See, I kind of like these little danglies here. I think it just makes it kind of cute, I think. So faith over fear. Look at that. I think that turned out so cute. So cute. You guys, up after me is the Painted Peach. Ah, the Painted Peach. Isn't that such a sweet name? I love it. It's Miss Mary from the Painted Peach, and I hope that you guys will go over and check her out. She is, her link is up in my description. Also, there's a link to the group that all the Craft Hop stuff is in. So if you are in that group watching, all you've got to do is refresh, and the next creator will be on in just a little bit, a couple minutes. You have time to go maybe get a drink and go to the bathroom and come back, and the next creator will be there if that's the way you're in there. So please go check out Mary and tell her I sent you over there. And if you're new, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. This was a lot of fun. And thank you, Jimmy Lou. And thank you, Angie. You guys all have a great afternoon and an even better tomorrow. Bye-bye.